Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, my name is Dr. Shehzad. Today we will discuss about introduction to rural development. As we discussed in the previous classes about the term development, then we discussed about from 1970 to 1960 to 1970s about development, and then we studied about different context of development, about what is happening to poverty, unemployment and inequality. Then we studied about the Edgar Owens 1987. He discussed about the economic growth and development. Then we discussed about the World Development Report 1991, and then we discussed about development as a multi-dimensional process. We also discussed about the Norwegian University of Life Sciences and their definition, and about the Indian economist Amartya Sen 1984-1987. He also discussed about the development as the capabilities of the human in order to provide certain skills. This lecture is based on week 2. In this lecture we will discuss about development studies, why we study development studies, and why development studies are important. So today we will discuss about it. Development studies is actually a multidisciplinary branch of social science which addresses issues of concern of development nations. So the emergence of development studies as an academic discipline in the second half of the 20th century is in large part due to increasing concern about economic prospects for the third world after decolonization. While it originally emerged as branch of economics, development economics, it has become increasingly inter and multidisciplinary subject encompassing of politics, history, women's studies, sociology, geography, social anthropology and international relations. Development studies is concerned with the process, constraints and opportunities for social, political, cultural, economic, ecological, institutional and technical change, progress and development in different societies and settings. So we have discussed over here that development is originally emerged from the branch of economics and development economics, and we are studying in it about politics, history, women's studies and geography and sociology and social anthropology and international relations. So if we discuss about politics and international relations, and we discuss about the gender such as women's studies and geography and sociology and social anthropology, it means that it is a multidisciplinary subject and it provides certain information about the social institutions within a country. So development studies can play an important role in development of the developing nations. Now we will study about the 3 core values of development. 3 core values of development are based on sustenance, self-esteem, freedom from servitude. As we discussed in our previous classes, that sustenance means the ability to meet basic needs. What is the ability to meet basic needs? It is actually someone's capabilities to fulfill their basic needs, such as food. Food is the basic need, medical services is the basic need, education is the basic need. So in order to provide food, medical services and education within the household, by a household or by a family, a member who can provide all these services to their families. So that is called sustenance. Sustenance means the sustainability and someone's livelihood. Livelihood का मतलब है job opportunities or earning of someone's capabilities. So we can define it as the process of development must raise the people's living standard should be raised, levels their incomes and consumption levels of food, medical services, education through relevant level of economic growth processes. When we have economic growth in a country, we are providing certain facilities to our citizens, such as providing livelihood or job opportunities to the citizens, and then they get their food up to certain levels, medical services and education, and they provide all these opportunities through relevant levels of economic growth in that country. Then we study about self-esteem. Self-esteem means to be a person, खुदी जिसको कहते हैं. It must create condition helpful to the growth of people's self-esteem through the establishment of social, political, economic system and institutions that promote human dignity and respect. Again, we will discuss about it that a society where the social, political and economic institutions are strengthened and provide certain facilities to the people within that society, it increases the self-esteem of a person. A person is always searching for a job, and they improve their capabilities, and they want to contribute in the economic growth of their country. If you see the developed countries such as USA, Canada, Australia and Scandinavian countries, European countries and also Japan and South Korea, you will find the people, they were provided and they are provided with strong social, political and economic institutions, and they provided the self-esteem to the people in order to improve their life standard. Also, they focus mostly on reduction in inequality between the genders, such as economic justice is very important between the gender. Women and men would have the same job opportunities within a society. But in developing countries, it is much more different than the developed countries. There are no such type of opportunities to the people provided in developing countries, and there is a high level of inequality in these countries. So freedom from servitude. To be able to choose, it must increase people's freedom by increasing the range of their choice variables, as by increasing variety of consumer goods and services. As if the people living within a society and they have their own choices to buy food for themselves, to select their own professions, to provide services to their society and to their nation, that is called freedom from servitude. Freedom from servitude is to be able to choose by someone, by themselves. So if you have to choose by yourself, so it means that you are you have freedom from servitude, and you have the capabilities to select your own profession, to select your own decision, what to buy, what to not buy, and you are contributing in the economic development of your country through your own goods and services. Purchasing some of if you are a consumer and you purchase something, and if you provide some services to the nation within your society. So I think this lecture is enough for today, and this is based on week 2. Thank you so much.